Welcome to Extra Time. During the big show, we talked about the Romanian player who proposed this weekend with a message, and I promised then to talk to you about the way you proposed to Mrs. Hislop, but I'm afraid you're going to just shut me down, Shane.
I will. Mrs. Hislop would approve of my contributing.
Do you like to keep it private?
She would like to forget it.
What? That's fair enough. Well, but some people like to tell people how they did it in a certain way.
Well,
Harry Kane had his film, didn't he, when he proposed to his missus?
Why do you want to keep this conversation alive? You get no interest in it at all.
Right.
Neither of us.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does anybody really care?
Aye.
No, nobody cares how you
Does
propose.
that ever stop us talking about anything on Extra Time?
No, I'm just talking about
No, I don't want to talk about
in general. Do you care how somebody proposed? No, you don't. It's like showing somebody a wedding video. You don't do that. Nobody wants to see a wedding video. Just a sensitive subject, clearly. Move on.
When is Shaka going to stop being ashamed of his Trini accent and speaking his home accent like every other pundit?
This guy, he sends that exact tweet every 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, he's never listened to Shaka on the phone talking to one of his Trini mates. You can't understand a word. I can't understand one word there.
So then what happens? You make a conscious effort not to speak like that with us?
I have to slow down, yes. It's not necessarily conscious. I've been away from Trinidad that long that I just naturally, when I'm not speaking to Trinidadians, I slow down a lot.
So when you go home to Cornwall, right, you start there talking like that there.
His Cornwall comes on every now and then.
You go home there, you start talking like that there all the time there, like.
Yeah, I do, definitely.
You do?
Yeah, you must find that when you go to Scotland.
Yeah.
You must become...
I find even when you're talking to Craig, your accent changes.
No, we definitely do. You want to hear us after a couple of pints. Oh, my God.
Oh.
So I believe. So I'll be told.
Gab's accent gets a lot of abuse as well, doesn't it?
Well,
Gab speaks about 6 languages.
Well, yeah, because people say, like, what's the weird American guy you have on? I don't know, I would assume that's Gab.
Yeah.
Gab goes home.
That could be anybody.
Does he start talking broken English Italian?
No, you know what I talk like?
Come here.
What?
I talk like Chef Boyardee at home.
Who's he?
I believe that. I can believe that.
That reference went right over your heads. Except for Shaka,
thanks,
who of
Gab.
course is highly
No, I
educated.
didn't. No, I didn't. He makes packet food, all right.
And Steve is our local expert on packaged.
Yes, well, I happen to know Gabriele
The authority.
very much prefers fresh food.
Right, okay, yes.
So there's no way he's opening a packet or whatever it was she had earlier. No, what was it? Chef what?
I'm not even saying a thing.
Oh, I have a friend.
Oh, good, Dad.
Well done.
I'm pleased for
Is
you.
he from Cornwall?
Well, Dad. Nice, Dad. Congrats, man.
Hello.
About time.
Who's a Liverpool fan, saying that he would have liked to win the Premier League this year instead of the Champions League. Your thoughts?
I would agree 100%.
Right,
Yes, absolutely.
really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because we haven't won it for what? Years.
Well, you were playing the last time they won it.
Yeah.
It was that long ago.
Yes, I would prefer to see Liverpool. Certainly, the question is about this year. Yeah, if I was to choose between the Champions League and the Premier League this year, I would choose the Premier League.
Okay.
Get that monkey off our back, and then we can go and try and get another Champions League.
Pep sold Zlatan, Eto'o, Toure, etc. in their prime. No one talks about it. All the FC crew bother about is Mourinho sold Salah and De Bruyne.
When Pep sold those players...
Can I talk about this, Dan?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Gab.
go ahead.
Yes, go on, Gab.
You take it, Dan. You take it, Gab.
If I actually went through the trouble... No, I already responded to this guy on Twitter because it seemed like such a silly thing. Now, with the first proviso about beating Mourinho over the head again and again over De Bruyne and Salah, it is a little old.
How many
But the
provisos
reason
are we going to get?
The reason people talk about this is that it happened relatively recently, whereas with Pep, it happened a long time ago. The other reason to a bit different is Salah and De Bruyne were both young players who, for whatever reason, weren't deemed up to snuff and sold. Whereas in the case of those three gentlemen that he mentioned, one of them, Samuel Eto'o, had an expiring contract and wasn't going to extend it. One of them, Zlatan, had a big row with Pep and demanded to leave at the end of the year. And the third guy, Yaya Toure, was 27 years old, and his place in the team had been taken by a guy named Sergio Busquets, who I think most would agree was pretty darn good as a defensive midfielder. So no, it's a completely false parallel.
Gab, let's get some Italian questions going, shall we? How much do Juventus have the refs to thank for winning Serie A yet again?
Oh.
Look, given that it's Juventus and given that what happened and Inter fans, of course, referencing it before the game on Saturday with a giant banner with Pinocchio on there and 35 and whatever else, it's inevitably going to be an issue. But on this one, I genuinely think Orsato made a mistake. He's a referee who tends to let play run on. If he was going to be part of some big conspiracy, there's 101 other things he could have done during the game, and he would have done. He got the Pjanic decision badly wrong, and that's that. I think sometimes you just have to accept it, and it's going to take a while for Juventus to shake what happened before. But hopefully we can kind of look at this in the cold light of day and not keep harking back to Calciopoli all the time.
Here is an age-old question. We'll start off with Gab. Do you agree after a long time Serie A has shown more excitement than the Premier League, and can we see this more often?
Well, I mean, it was a closer title race. I thought it was a good season. I think Serie A has been on the up the last couple of years. Ranking excitement in the Premier League, is it the Premier League's fault that Manchester City were so good and so dominant this season? I think we've seen several teams in the Premier League play really exciting football, such as Liverpool, such as Spurs, as well as City, of course. We've seen United bounce back into second place. All of this stuff contributes to the excitement. But if you just want competitiveness, yes, it was a lot more competitive this year in Serie A than in the Premier League.
That Inter-Juve game is great.
Yeah.
Which has been a little bit of an anomaly this season when it comes to the big boys facing each other in Italy. It's been a bit disappointing.
Yeah, but it becomes competitive because there are so many teams. Well, there's not that much difference between them all. You've got a group of, 5 teams where Juventus shade it for me.
Well, Ali Moreno's just walked in.
Hey,
Ali, come here.
Hey, come here. Extra time. Come on.
What kind of part-time thing is this? You can't just show up for extra time.
Oh, you haven't got a mic on, so
Fourth substitution.
You'd have to use visuals.
Hey, you can talk into me.
Yeah, I can have my mic.
Gentlemen, I miss you so much.
Hey, Ali, how are you?
Where have you been?
Doing a game, maybe I was
Hey.
working.
Wow.
Perfect timing. Ali hates the Premier League.
Do you agree that Sarah... No, let's not go over all this again.
No, let's not.
No.
Hey, what happened to Napoli? I thought they were back in the race.
Well, yeah, but they are winners still.
They've already won. Yes. They've already won in our hearts.
Are you back tomorrow, Ali? Ali's Awards?
Yes,
Ali's
yes.
Awards
Hey, yes.
tomorrow.
That's what I was doing.
Everyone's been talking about their proposals. How did you propose to Melissa?
Oh, shush you.
FC is back tomorrow. Just a reminder, ESPN Plus is our new exclusive home. Not many left now.
Disappointing.
Marcotti, Mariner and Nico, of course, come together and submit their best 11. And then as a result, you have the ultimate 11.
Sacco.
The weekend, here it is. A lot of rookies on there, Steve. They're first-timers. I don't think...
Well, I've got a lot on there as well. There's only 3 that I never put in. That's Coleman.
Right.
I actually had Ward from Palace, who 0-0
Right.
had an incredible clearance off the line.
Incredible
The
clearance.
game.
Wow.
And I do believe that Mr. Sacco was at fault in that whole build-up to it.
Oh.
Liverpool's saviour, Sacco,
Yes.
according to Bodley.
Yeah.
I didn't have Guy in. I had McCarthy from Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had the rest.
Mavropanos?
Yeah, I thought he was good. Absolutely solid today against United.
Didn't they concede? 2
Yeah, he
goals.
did concede, but it wasn't because of him. I mean, he got thrown in at the deep end, and I thought he looked better in this game than either Koscielny, in particular, over the last few weeks. So I'll tell you what, this kid might have played his way into the team.
Gab, did you have, who is it you're annoyed at? Sacco.
I'm kind of curious because did you say you had McCarthy in there from Crystal Palace?
I did, yes.
You know he didn't play.
Oh, sorry. I always get my MacArthur and my McCarthy's mixed up. I do apologise. You've got me. You got me back your rights, Gab.
No, right, good. Sacco, did you have him,
There
Gab?
you go, advantage Gab.
Yeah. What was Sacco?
I did have Coleman. I did have Sacco too because he played a part in one of the goals. Yes, early on there was that messy situation, but they won 5-0. He's their defensive leader. That's pretty good.
But that would have totally changed
be
it. He made a
celebrating
mess
Uncle
of
Roy
it,
right
and
now?
if Ward hadn't bailed him out, they'd have been one down. The fans would have been on their back. The whole thing would have changed, or could have changed,
Are you looking up again?
because of Sacco. Yes, I am.
Stevie, they won 5.
They
scored
won 5-0.
5 goals against
You're not
a
listening.
team that didn't want to be there.
You're not listening. You're not listening. If it had been 1-0 down, it could have changed the whole game. That's the point.
Yes, and
I
if
keep looking at that thing again.
Sacco's ant had wheels, should be a bicycle. I mean, you know, it's.
Have another stab at it.
But we agreed on Zaha. That's good, right?
Yeah. No, I
Wilfried
think,
Zaha.
do you know what was disappointing? You know what was hard this weekend, Gab? I'm sure you'll agree with me. Trying to pick centre forwards. Other than Jesus,
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
particularly stood out, did they?
Well, Zaha basically played up front, didn't he?
Well, he played
with
off.
Townsend in that game.
And that's why I had him in my team as well, because I couldn't find anybody else that was any good. And Dan's
He
gonna
played
fall
off
asleep there.
nobody because it was him and Townsend up front, and of course, Townsend's just a guy who runs in straight line and just shoots on sight. So he's not really center forward either. But no, but I agree with my learned friend. Did you have Peters in there?
Yes.
Oh, God. Surely
Tell you
we've
what,
done enough.
Salah. What are you doing making that face for, Gab? Nobody's kept Salah quiet.
no.
Nobody's kept Salah quiet. I mean, Peters did a good job, I thought.
That's
Was
is
it his fault? Salah missed the sitter?
Honestly, you have to me or something. Every time I say something, you totally disagree with me. I mean, I've upset you.
You upset me.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm trying to create some team of the week debate because I know Dan enjoys it so much, and we
Dan's half
broadly
asleep.
agreed on the team of the week.
Dan wants to shut this down.
You two should get a room.
Right?
I've had
Sacco,
enough of
would you
this.
like to add anything? That's it. There can only be, 2 or 3 to go, these team of the weeks.
3.
One's a double week, though, isn't it? Do you do it on the midweek ones?
No.
Oh, you are in 2.
All right. You want to finish this or no? You want to keep asking me stuff?
Oh, you keep talking.
All right.
ESPN Plus is our new exclusive home. Please join us there.